What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're an AEW fan like me, you already know the women's division has serious talent. But heading into 2026, there's still so much potential to unlock. Today I want to talk about a few things AEW women's division really needs in 2026. And it's not about negativity. This is about growth, consistency, and taking something good and making it great. We're talking about more meaningful TV time, stronger long-term storytelling, and building real roster depth. The talent is there, the fan support is there. Now it's about commitment and direction. So if you care about AEW, if you care about women's wrestling, or if you just want to see this division reach the level it could be at, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. AEW's women's division has already raised the bar for the division in ring and proved when given time, they can deliver. The next step is consistency on AEW TV every show. AEW has to move past treating the women's division like a weekly obligation with one short match per show, often with no follow-up. That type of booking tells the audience that these stories don't matter. In 2026, AEW should be aiming for regular matches, promos, and story beats for the women. That helps the audience build emotional connections with the talent and their stories. This isn't about taking time away from anyone else, but AEW needs to stop acting like giving the women time will hurt the rest of the show. AEW needs to use its deep roster to create a more balanced and more complete product. The more familiar fans become with the women's personalities and motivations, the louder the response will be, and the stronger the division will become. Villain of the Week stories are a very popular method of storytelling for weekly episodic television shows. However, many of the best television shows use arcs and stories that are told through multiple episodes or seasons that bring viewers along for the ride. One of the biggest issues in the women's division is long-term storytelling. The Toni Storm versus Mariah May Hollywood ending story is hailed as one of the best women's stories of recent memory. That story started in December of 2023 and ended in March of 2025. Now, every story can't be that, but it doesn't have to be. The problem is too often the women's stories are limited to Villain of the Week. Too many feuds start and end without enough time for fans to emotionally invest. Giving rivalries time to develop allows emotions to build naturally. Frustration, pride, jealousy, respect, all the things that make stories and matches feel important. AEW needs to lean into clear baby faces, clear heels, and stories that last months, not weeks, and span multiple matches. AEW sometimes overestimates how much audiences will fill in the blanks with its characters, but wrestling still needs storytelling basics. Slowing things down and letting the women cut more promos, letting the rivalry simmer, and letting the grudges escalate naturally over months rather than a few weeks can turn good matches into unforgettable rivalries. The women's roster has strong talent, but it too often feels top-heavy. Currently, AEW has 41 women on their roster page. Of that 41, only 16 have appeared on AEW television since the calendar turned to 2026. That is a low number considering AEW has 2 shows, 4 hours, and the women's division itself has 3 championships. 16 is not enough active women to facilitate strong divisions. Ideally, you'd want your champion to have 2 to 3 top contenders, 2 to 3 rising challengers, and maybe 2 that are surprises or loosely connected to the title picture. When injuries have happened or top stars cycle out, the division noticeably stalls. Depth is about more than numbers. It shows confidence in the division's future for management. When more women are signed, developed, and consistently featured, the division feels healthier. Of the 25 women that have not appeared on AEW television in 2026, 10 of those are what we sports fans know as the dreaded DNPCD. That basically means did not participate, coach's decision. That's 25% of the roster that is not working AEW or Ring of Honor and not listed as injured or on leave. If Tony Khan is not planning to use that 25% on AEW television anytime soon, then AEW needs to either sign more ready-made talent, commit to developing younger wrestlers, or, the best option, both. I like the signings of Zeta Steel and Maya World with Hyan. They have tremendous upside. I would look at free agents like Killer Kelly, the tag team The Hex, Priscilla Kelly. I really like Janai Kai and Jessica Troy. I would also love to see a partnership with Pro Wrestling Eve, who are one of the best women's promotions in the world right now. Building roster depth protects the division from injuries, burnout, or sudden changes. It allows AEW to rotate talent, refresh stories, and keep things exciting without losing momentum. A deep division feels alive, and that energy translates directly to the audience. Depth isn't just about numbers, it's about credibility. That means more available feuds, more TV reps, and fewer women disappearing from television. Alright everyone, that's a wrap on our look at the AEW's women's division and what it needs in 2026. To recap, we talked about giving the women consistent TV time, building stronger long-term stories, and adding more roster depth. All of these aren't criticisms, they're opportunities. The talent is already incredible. With the right focus, the division can be a major highlight of AEW in the year ahead. I want to hear from you. Which of these do you think is most important? Are there any other ideas you'd love to see come to life? Drop them in the comments section and let's get a conversation going. If you enjoyed this video and you want more AEW insights, wrestling analysis, and positive takes on the product, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.